The star rating system is often a time-saving method for a person to determine if a product or service is worthy of their time, money, and energy. If you are a busy person, often you try to find a reliable reviewer.
That is vile. That is horrible.
Hopefully with similar taste, to help narrow down what things you want to bring into your life. If you're a person finding yourself with much more leisure time, you can also use a reviewer to help you condense down what anime you're going to watch all 15 seasons of in the next 2 months. In today's very connected world, there are in many cases an oversaturation of options to pick from. Be it what movie to go see on the weekend, to what game to play, to which magic brain pill you could take to unlock your massive alpha male potential, or girl boss energy. It can become a mind-numbing and overwhelming experience. Picking something, for example, you can log on to Amazon, type in the word toothbrush, hit the magnifying glass, and have like 20 different brands of toothbrushes. Or go on Google, type in TV shows about crime, and be inundated with hundreds of options. Or pick any of the endless number of streaming services and waste hours of your life just scrolling through the endless selection of what to watch, but never selecting anything at all. Granted, a generous amount of your product consumption is and will be guided by advertisement and algorithms before you even see anything you can purchase. But, as the ancients used to say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And you are a thirsty horse, aren't you? But how many times have you suckled at the swamp, only to have your mouth filled with broken video games? Total recalls, blockbuster flops, a second more funny blockbuster flop, and cheap plastic replicas of something you wished you had. I'm talking to you, 1TB Wish flash drive for $7. Whatever the case, most people will look to reviews after advertisement has successfully convinced us we needed a thing, or need to see a thing, or need to thing a thing, or any combination of thingy need, see thingy needy. The oversaturation also sometimes comes in the form of reviews. As the world becomes more vocalized and heard, in diversity of thought and opinion, it's easy to find extreme differences of perspective, only to also become miffed and or amused by the absurd contrast, be it on controversial movies, TV shows, and documentaries, where critic reviews can vary greatly from normal people. You can often find yourself asking, who is this review for? Or, who is reviewing this thing? In the case of products, it isn't uncommon to see hundreds of 5-star reviews on a blow dryer, only to look down a little more and see a few dozen 1-star reviews, often complaining about niche problems.
Breaks very easily.
Even the most common items, such as a ballpoint pen, can have reviews. Seriously, who are these 30,000 people leaving a review on a pen? And who are the 1% so dissatisfied? Well, at least Techno Redneck is enjoying themselves.
These things don't seem to dry out easily, and always right, even if left uncapped in a dusty environment.
The volume of reviews can even generate a general distrust of the reviewing process, considering opinion spam is becoming more common. For example, it isn't uncommon to sometimes see reviews generated by bots to simulate a general praise for drop-shipped garbage that no one sane actually needs. I'm talking to you, Wish Crackpipe, with a strangely large amount of colors. Imagine doing your baby's gender reveal party with a blue or pink crackpipe. Or the more nefarious possibility, reviews from people paid to review the product in a positive way, or the seller or maker literally reviewing their own product or service, again, using bots, or just minor changes to the same review being posted over and over. In many cases, the ethics of the review is only forgotten by the sheer spectacle of what some reviews are or contain, be it paragraphs of information on a mundane item, or just someone clearly having a laugh. My hubby hates condoms, and he has tried them all. This is the only one he tolerates, where the fear of another child isn't outweighed by the uncomfortableness. Personally, I think he is a pansy ass who needs to suck it up, or he will be incubating the next child. In this era of rampant excessive entertainment and a casual social shift into things being marketed as experiences, you could say reviewing and critiquing things in and of itself is its own art form, its own product, if you will. I personally believe reviews to be the last kicking and screaming attempt to not fully fall down the staircase of economy into the basement of consumerism. In a time of easily done, one-click impulse purchases, dopamine-fueled social interactions, and virtual encroachment of regular life and virtual integration into regular life, fighting the urge to care about what is consumed and why is dwindling, if not in many cases, hopeless. Many people find their identities being tied very closely to their purchases. Everyone knows that guy whose entire identity is his vehicle, or a Harry Potter adult. Identities that some would consider vapid and pointless, but in reality, great sources for finding community and camaraderie with strangers. Nothing is free of this fight to not mindlessly consume. Even more so with something as simple as buying your food can in some spaces become a complicated game of 3D chess. An epic battle of socioeconomic understandings, global exploitation, political galvanization, an expression of deep-seated morals, superficial concerns of health, and observations of medical conditions or extremely depressing internal monologues debating on if I should go get the food for myself or try one of the hundreds of delivery services to bring it to me. Unhealthy, with the wrong drink and no straw, and late.
Busting.
All this said, all I really care about is those weird middle reviews. Who the hell leaves a 3-star review on anything? I'd ask why, but that's already a game in itself. Why leave a review on anything to begin with? Perhaps it's like some lost in space explorer, leaving clues for the next traveler in hopes that their journey can go further and gather more meaning out of the cosmos. Or, more realistically, it's an easy way to casually toss out petty feelings and displeasure in the format of passive-aggressive commentary.
I received the package in a Ziploc bag. The balls were larger than I expected, as they had a diameter of about an American nickel. The bag had a paperclip out that warned to eat them sparingly, as they can cause irritation to the digestive system. I tried one, and there was an immediate shock to the tongue. It probably was the most intense sour I've ever tasted, especially compared to the American candy, Warhead's Cryberry Sour Patch. The sourness lasted for like 10 seconds, and then was replaced by a typical hard candy with a mild sweet flavor. The sweet flavor was not present during the sourness, which had little appealing flavor. A fizz appeared through a hole in the hard candy. This came from some small white substance in the center that provided a fizzy filling. When you get to the center of the candy, this does not provide a sour sensation though.
Or a way to complain about how the product was enjoyable, but something else was wrong. Was so excited to try these. I tried one, loved it. They all came melted together, so I tried smashing it to break them apart, and I went to grab another, and there were multiple long dark hairs connecting the clusters of them. I find the median space of review culture very interesting because it really highlights the power of glass half full or half empty thinking. These kind of reviews seem to exist as a form of expression of an almost feeling of nothing, but not enough of nothing to not feel it. I myself am guilty of almost exclusively sarcastically filling out these kinds of reviews and surveys. In short, for repeat purchase goods such as milk, I'll keep buying milk until it doesn't milk the right way anymore. So it seems silly to leave a review of it. However, there are some goods, services, and experiences which it seems too expensive and impractical to not just read reviews before trying. So I welcome you to join me on my pointless journey of exploring 3-star reviews, so we can really embrace an unsatisfactory satisfaction of things. Join me next week, where we'll learn all the ups and downs of keyboards.